For 7 cents a day, you can get Opie and Anthony. Or feed this little kid with the flies on his face. But you want to laugh, don't you? You don't want to be depressed watching starving children. So turn them off and turn on Opie and Anthony.
And we'll send you a photo of the child you're helping in the outfit of your choice.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's go to Oklahoma really fast. We got Chris Rush in the studio. Jaren?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice name. What's going on?
Good. How are you?
It's a girl, Opie, a girl.
We like girls. What's going on?
Ain't that nice? Oh,
Be nice to the girls so more girls call, please.
Yes, congratulations. You're our first female caller of 2005.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Took days.
Ain't I special?
Yes, you
I
are.
was listening to Playboy last night, and the girls seemed to think that y'all were intimidated by them.
No, we had a good time with them.
They did say that they had a good time with y'all, but they also said that y'all were trashing all the porn stars, and then y'all had to interview them, and so they kind of thought y'all were intimidated by them.
Wait, we interviewed them before we interviewed any porn stars.
Yeah.
I know, but they said that y'all were intimidated because y'all were saying that all porn stars were hoes and sluts and...
Well, porn stars are hoes and sluts. That's their job. What the...
Yeah, these porn stars are taking their jobs a little too seriously.
But you got to give the Playboy girl, let's give them the benefit. They may have said that being funny, like, and then they were kind of scared of it. They may have said that just kind of off the cuff, being silly.
Maybe.
And people are taking it literally and reading from a transcript. So why don't we hear the audio and then say horrible things that we'll have to...
All right.
All right. To be embarrassed about.
Thank you, Jaren.
I'm pushing out.
All right.
You know something, and I know us on this program, we kind of hope they are trashing us.
Yeah, we really are.
Because we're real asses like that. Because then if they are, we can, fight back.
Well, if they're method porn actresses, they gotta be sluts. I mean, you don't see much of that Puritan stuff.
No, of course not.
They are dirty girls.
They're filthy whores. Now someone will call up and say, hey, O&A was calling you guys filthy whores. No, we're calling the porn stars filthy whores, not the Playboy show girls.
Well, maybe Ben can get their numbers. They're in L.A., though. I don't even know if they're up yet, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
Let's get to the bottom of it all. Good point.
Some guy named Henri or Henry or Ernie.
Yeah, this is the first time I call. You know who I am. Come on. Anyway, listen.
Hi, fella.
Who is this guy? Who is Chris Rush? What does he do?
Chris Rush is a comic that I know for many years, and he's from this area, and he did radio up in Albany for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a comic. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a comic. I'm a bald comic. That's what I
You know what's funnier than you, Chris Rush? Rape. You know what else is funnier than you?
Well,
you know what else?
considering your dick, I can understand that.
Jesus.
This guy's dick actually was the model for the little squiggle on French hats.
You know Lady Di is funnier than you. Okay?
You don't know what funny is, man. Look at your mama.
Cirrhosis is funnier than you.
Really?
You fucking lame prick.
What an asshole.
Your comedy
who the fuck calls
awful.
the show? Take your medicine, man.
Assisted suicide is more funnier than you.
But I haven't done anything funny, you jerk-off fuck.
Is there tumbleweed in the studio, you fucking lame prick?
This is what is this, a direct line right into, like, Creedmoor or some shit?
French people.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
He's just a French faggot.
I've been up around the fucking clock. I brush my teeth with Bengay. I swallow some. Now I'm shitting Hall's cough drops. And I have to have an insulting asshole with an accent which really is a genetic defect that he made into an
Welcome
accent.
to our nightmare.
Yeah, I'm hip.
That's us every morning.
Well, I'm loose now.
Yeah.
Now you're ready to rock. Let's go to...
I will say, I have to jump in. I will say that Chris and I have known each other for a long time, and I remember you probably had probably the most vicious thing I've ever said to an audience member, or at least one of the most uncomfortable moments. Somebody was heckling you at Rascals years ago.
Yeah.
And it was some guy with his girlfriend who was heckling him, and Chris said, what's the matter, little boy? Didn't your mommy fuck you enough? That could be the most
That
vicious...
was the guy with the bad teeth and the checkered shirt. Yeah, I remember that.
It's probably the most vicious thing I've ever heard.
He's dead now. He died of chainsaw.
Yeah, that really was very
All right,
crazy.
let's say hi to Sick Fuck. Sick Fuck, what's up?
Hello?
Oh, sorry, boss.
Can't hear you.
What's going on?
There we go. I'm trying to roll a blunt on the way to work.
All right.
I got audio for you. Let me cue it up right now.
Cue it up in your car?
How do you cue up audio in your car?
It's hard to roll in an ambulance.
Mi-Fi, baby. The beauty of Mi-Fi.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Hey.
There you go.
And it was fun. But they did get to, at the very beginning, the first thing they did is go to a phone call.
He said that's how they tried to get us was by the first caller out of the box was, Playboy suck. You guys suck. I like sexy stories, but you guys give it bad advice and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it's probably a friend of theirs.
All right.
You know, it actually sounded, one specific caller of ours that it sounded like.
I know, but he loves us, so he would.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah. No, I thought it was a setup.
Oh, absolutely.
I know you guys off
exactly. That was the way they were trying to start to get us, you know, and we were like, hey.
And, yeah,
whatever.
We did suck for a living.
Yeah, that's the point.
And still do it nightly with my
hard to
husband.
understand, right?
Hello.
I know what's going on. I'll explain.
But then Opie Anthony
You're married and you suck dick?
I do.
Beautiful.
I do. Not nightly, though. That's pushing it.
Right.
3 to 4 times a week.
It's pretty impressive, though.
Really impressive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. From a married standpoint, yeah, I'd say that's impressive.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 3.5 years into it. See?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
So, I suck. I'm proud of it. Sick.
Sorry,
It's really hard to hear, dude.
Opie and Anthony came and did their show Saturday morning over where we were at the Los Angeles booth. And
how was that?
Well, I only stayed, I had to go meet some other people back somewhere else. The Playboy executive. Do some dirty deals there. I think Juan stayed for most of their show. I think.
What did you think, Juan? How did they?
It was more than I did.
How'd they do?
Well, I didn't really listen to much of it, but they never even acknowledged that I was there. Never said hello, never said nothing. I might as well not have been there. So, but
They're friends with you, Jordan.
Who's this guy?
Who is he?
I mean, they didn't even I'm there.
That's their engineer, Juan.
They're just sitting down, didn't even make eye contact.
So they went to the porn.
I had no clue who you were, you dickbag fuck ass.
And they had a blast. They had, I think Victoria Gibbons,
Should I pause it so you can talk a little?
Yeah. Pause it for a second. Because now we got to unload.
Now,
all right, the girls are fine. Who is it?
Well, the girls are saying that you set them up
right.
with that phone call, which was not a setup.
Yeah, they said that. Remember the first call that was taken? It was almost like the first call we just took with Chris.
Yeah, you don't know
it was
someone called and wanted to talk to the Playboy girls and basically say they give out bad advice.
They gave bad advice.
But it was obvious the guy was a lunatic, and that's where the fun was. We weren't trying to set them up.
We sided with you.
We gave you like a softball. We lobbed it in for you girls to hit out of the park is what we did.
And they said they thought it was a setup. Well, that's them, being, I don't know, paranoid? Whatever.
It's either that or deal with the unpleasantness that somebody called to say they suck.
Sorry,
he did.
More so is, who was that guy?
He's the engineer. Did we meet him?
Did we meet this engineer guy? Am I supposed to know every engineer from XM's face so that when we see him, we could give him the attention that he needs?
I met him, and I spoke to him a few times.
He said that we wouldn't look at him.
Oh, they wouldn't look at me. They didn't acknowledge me. We had a show to do, you fucking idiot.
I didn't even know he existed.
What a shithead. What a complete
Everyone thinks
jerk.
you're so important.
I mean, not that it wasn't a great setup you gave us. A round table in the middle of the floor, you douches.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Did we even see him?
Yeah, he was there. I spoke to him. He was
Was
nice
he
enough to
working
me.
side by side with Jaime?
Yeah, he was directly next to Jaime the whole time.
And we didn't give him the attention that he so needed from us.
I have no idea who this guy is. I have no clue. I was looking at Jaime
He's sitting there
for accused and stuff.
In his stupid head, he's actually thinking that we did something on purpose, that we were so thinking of him that we on purpose didn't acknowledge him.
It's people like that keep a freezer full of pizza delivery boys. Have an internal world that's exaggerated and intense.
Self-important.
Before the audio started, I forgot to record the first minute. They basically were saying that you guys were nervous that they were coming on because you badmouthed them for an hour before they got on.
What? Why? What?
That's what I said when I heard it. That's why I pressed the record button, but it was a little too late for the first minute. But there's a little more about Jimmy coming up.
All right. Let's listen in
a
little more.
They have all the regular people coming through, saying hi, but I couldn't really hear the show. And I was just hired to set up the equipment because they were using our gear. They had their own engineer from XM, who was a cool guy. He was doing CES, so he actually engineered the show for them. And so I just wandered around just to make sure for a little
Now, they're the same guys that at the end of their show, they run around to all the different booths, say, oh, this isn't for me, but a friend of mine loves you and wants your signature.
Yeah. Well, then the same guys like that. So, you know, they're like, oh, you're a slut. You know, you have sex for money, and then they're the same guys that like try to go out and get laid at a club on a Saturday night.
Right, exactly.
What kind of girl do you think is going to do
Well,
that?
there's a third guy on their show who I don't know the state has a reputation for doing a lot of that, and if he doesn't get it, he'll pay for it. He talks about it on the air.
Yeah, he's very open about that.
Yeah. I heard him say on the air one day he pays about $60,000 a year in prostitutes.
And so proud. Proud of person if you have to pay.
Pause that for a second.
Go ahead.
Well, sorry, I have to pay. And to Julie Ashton, if it wasn't for people paying for fucking, you wouldn't have made a living, stupid. You took it in the ass and deep throat. That was your job. You had to say that on your tax returns. Job description. What do you do for a living? I put my face in a pillow while a stranger treats my ass like an oil well. Yeah, I am open about it. I have to pay. Of course I do.
It's really too bad. We really had a good time.
We like them
with
a lot.
And the engineer is just talking out of his ass.
The engineer's talking out his ass, and they're talking like that after the show. We were going up to them and getting autographs and taking pictures.
I didn't even.
I didn't take a picture with them.
I said thanks for coming.
I said thanks for doing the show.
We had a good time. That was it. No pictures. Nothing.
What are they talking about?
I think they meant all the porn stars in the convention.
Yeah, but I'm open about that. Opie and Anthony left, dude. They didn't talk to any porn stars. And they goofed on them, but you know what? They had people on, they joked about it, and they treated them actually pretty nice. So what? They goofed on them. It's a comedy show.
And they're porn stars.
And we left within minutes of the end of the broadcast.
And Jimmy, we know you love this
Me
stuff.
and Steve ran around.
Steve, of course.
And I'll be the first one to tell you I run around, and I don't make enough to spend $60,000 on prostitutes. I certainly would if I made more money. I spend a lot on hookers, but not that kind of money. Yeah, I'm open about it. Sorry, nobody ever paid me to pull my pants down and get fucked in the ass in 1974. Sorry.
The engineer is stirring shit up. And the girls aren't even trying to deny it or say, hey, we had a good time on the show.
And the nerve of these two, this is what annoys me. They think that they were just two sassy gals that we couldn't handle. You dumb bitches. If we wanted to get you, we would have gotten you. We were nice to you because we liked you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it turned out, we liked them, but the reason they even came on our show is because they need help with their channel, and Kevin's like, it'd be a nice help for the Playboy channel, which is dying a slow death. I mean, there's only two.
He just fucked himself.
There's only two premium channels on XM right now. It's us and Playboy, and we have at least twice to three times the audience they have, and they're losing listeners every day. So Kevin's like, "Can you do me a favor? Get these girls on. They're pretty good, and they could use a little bump." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. We had fun. It's too bad that they turned it into this because I don't know. We didn't get this feeling when we were talking to them.
No.
And if there's one thing you should learn about this awful show is people here will be made to feel uncomfortable if there's something real going on. And the reason everybody here was nice to them is because we genuinely liked them. They were fine. Right. We spoke highly about them when we got off the air. Like, those girls were great. We should do something else with them.
Yeah,
Holy shit, is that aggravating.
I said to Kevin, I wouldn't mind getting them on the show on a regular basis. They were fun.
Because we didn't pull our hogs out and slap them in the face with it. We were intimidated.
Nobody
we
was intimidated. You're not these two saucy gals that really came in and laid it down, ladies. Nobody gives a fuck. You're a semi-attractive lingerie model, and the other one took dicks until the Susan Sarandon wrinkles started to show up. Sorry, we were too intimidated by you, lovely chicks.
Where's this coming from? Didn't we see them after when we came back and they were real nice to us?
Go listen to the interview. I mean, it speaks for itself. We weren't intimidated. We had a lot of fun. And that first call was not a setup.
No, it wasn't a setup.
You try to make interesting radio, someone's calling in saying the girls don't give great advice. You're like, well, if the girls are doing radio, they could handle themselves. Let's see where this leads. And it turned out the guy made a complete fool of himself during that phone call.
And we backed them up. We backed them up.
What kind of advice do they give? Like, use your left hand. It feels like somebody else is doing it. I mean, these are girls we jerk off to. I'm losing touch with reality. You're talking about porno stars and Playboy people who basically people jerk off to, right?
Yeah,
and they have this incredible sensitivity level. Wow, makes you wonder about physicists and nurses.
The advice that they didn't that the guy didn't like was what was it? The ass shaving. It was asshole shaving. He called up and said they gave bad advice on shaving an asshole.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
what? So all right. Well,
they drive you out of the village if you're an expert on that.
But just the fact that they thought that anyone was intimidated by them or we were nice to them because you don't want to get on her bad side. She's quite a pip. Nobody gave a shit. It was genuine. We were nice because we thought they were nice, and we talked about them off the air when they weren't around and spoke highly of them.
Is there any more audio, sir?
Yeah, there's about 20 seconds you're going to get annoyed at it right about now. Ready?
All right, let's listen.
Hey, I mean, it's better than going without, if you ask me.
No, that's $60,000. You can put that money to good use.
So the thing, though, is how can you knock somebody like us for what we do, and then you turn around and you're paying them? Right, exactly. You're just, yeah, well, you know what, to me that is? It's the same thing that drives me crazy. When there's a sting operation or whatever, and all the hookers go to jail, but all the Johns get sent home. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's the same thing. Heidi Fleiss, she is, not, you know, the guy that visits the prostitute is not doing anything wrong. Right. You know, it's the hooker. Well, excuse me, you're both fucking, right? So, but, you know. That's just men for you.
I want to say one more thing about your signing at the XM booth.
Pause this for a minute, dude.
I went back into the green room as we were leaving.
Yes.
Just the fact that this guy, I hope your first kid is born dead. Did he actually say you could take that money and put it to good use?
To good use?
You nerd.
He is putting
I
it
am
to
putting it to
good
good use.
you
Here you
idiot.
go, miss. Do what women do. That's what you do.
That's why he's an engineer, not on the radio.
Absolutely.
Of course you're putting it to good use.
Here's your job. That's your job. Plug and unplug while nobody looks at you,
In
stupid.
Jimmy's world, he's putting it to good use.
That
Do you
engineer
understand that?
Is a jackass.
He's a douchebag who wanted some acknowledgement. Instead of coming up and going, hello, I'm the engineer, everybody would have talked to him and said hello.
We're supposed to, I'm supposed to poke Jimmy in the side and go, Jimmy, I think that's the engineer.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. Let's go over and say hi.
These are guys that want a cape with their initials on it but won't admit it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
right.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it, huh, Sick F?
Well,
hold
wait.
on,
Yeah, they were saying something about going back into the green room, so let's hear that.
Oh, okay.
Sarah was very happy.
Oh, my God. You know, because XM just got this baseball contract. So I went back, and there's Greg Maddux in there. I mean, he's won like 3 Cy Young Awards.
If I had been there the day before with Cal Ripken, you would have seen a different, I would have been a bowl of Jell-O. Oh, my God. Have you seen his eyes? No.
Those glow-in-the-dark eyes.
Oh.
Nice guy. They said he was the best guy.
Oh. Anyway. We gotta take another break. And Carl fawning over baseball.
I think that's it from these hoes, but I don't know if you heard it before. They were saying these are the same guys that go out and try to get laid on a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, they did say that
what?
before. Yes, that is what I do.
No, you know, we don't have to try to do anything. Trust me.
Try to get laid
Trust
on
me.
a Saturday night.
All right, here's the deal. To the twats on the Playboy channel, we have a much bigger audience. So if you have a problem with us, you call us anytime, and we'll discuss this.
But why
Don't hide behind your little audience that's getting littler every day, and they're going to probably cancel the channel or get new hosts. You call us up, and we'll work out our differences.
Yeah, we'll
okay?
hash it out. You want to hash it out on the air? We'll be more than happy to.
And don't say no. Come on our show. No, see, we have a much bigger audience, so we'll do it right here in our forum. Okay? We'll see what kind of radio chops you really do have.
And that engineer. Oh, Elo, fire him. I want him fired.
He's just happy that 2 chicks were listening to him, and he felt rejected and embarrassed because nobody on the show talked. It wasn't. First of all, it wasn't personal. I would have spoke to the guy. No, we were all worried about doing the show.
We're doing a show.
It's a very open setting. We're a little nervous. Like, is this going to go well? How is this going to be? Is the equipment going to work? We're all focused on that crap.
We're reading newspaper. We're just prepping for the show.
You guys are being too nice. Here's the deal. Anthony and I meet so many people, especially when we're on the road. If you don't make an impression right away, you're forgotten. You're completely forgotten. That's how it works.
Unbelievable.
I shook your hand and maybe 20 or 30 other hands probably in that same hour. You were forgotten. You're a zero. You're a nobody. Sorry. You didn't say anything that was stimulating or interesting enough for me to go, oh, wow, I got to remember that person. He was kind of interesting. It was a handshake, and that was it.
I don't think about it. The guy can't. If I shook his hand as one of the engineers, it's one of 50 people that I met.
If he was lined up right now with a bunch of, I swear on my life I couldn't pick out the guy. I have no idea what he looks like.
Even if he was saying I'm the engineer, I still wouldn't know which one he was. Nobody looked at you, stupid.
Sounds like he should be a criminal.
What a self-important
I can't
jack-off.
pick him out.
What a self-important jackass.
And just these two, this is what even annoys me before. Like, when we first hear that they're trashing us, well, let's just see if it's true so we don't just bash them for no reason.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't just jump up and start trashing them, you
What kind of
dummies.
fucking people did you meet? There was sounds like a guy with a Viking helmet with day glow on it that wants to be
Whores.
noticed.
Whores.
They were just two girls from the Playboy channel who host a show who we were erroneously nice to, but that will not happen again. But we were intimidated because they were the type of gals that'll really put you in your place.
Real
And nothing
sassy.
scares a bunch of dumb guys like a gal with 6 shooters. Don't want to get out of her. Get on her bad side, guys. Ooh. She's all full of piss and vinegar. Watch out for her.
Look out, she's
the
saucy.
Party doesn't start till you walk in, does it, hun? Elbow to the ribs. You and your fake tits. Drop dead. Stupid.
I hate fake tits.
I do too.
Why?
Get them surgery to get the
They're
approval
made
of
of
men.
the same
There
stuff
you go.
that your lawn furniture's made of. You might as well fuck your lounge. And God made huge round tits that don't droop so you could be in awe. You see a pair of tits that look like Snoopy worshiping the moon and they weigh 11 pounds. That's something to thank God for, like the redwood. Not some asshole in a lab who goes, more nipple, Formula 21. You know, that's bullshit, man.
I can't wait to call Adam Ferrara.
Yes.
I want to thank Adam.
We love Adam.
Adam
We
is
do
cool.
love Adam. You're
God,
friends
that
with Adam,
annoys
right?
me.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
years, man.
I definitely want to give him a thank you call today. Let's say hi to Brian in Brooklyn. What's up, Brian?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
I think it's time for Assault on Playboy Radio. Maybe get Ray to call and a couple of
That'd be fun.
Attack and destroy them.
Yeah.
No, don't do that because their listener might call us.
Well, maybe XM can use it as a promotional to get those bitches some more listeners.
Attack and destroy them and tell them they need to come on our program to discuss this and stop hiding behind their tiny little audience.
Punch out, guys.
All right. It's on. Game on.
What they confused was this. You guys teasing porn stars. I'm nice to porn stars. I'm open about it. We're all very consistent.
Yeah.
And we all were extremely consistent in the way we behaved. You guys were out of that porn place by 12:10. Not that you hate the porn stars, but that's not your
No,
thing.
and-
You went and
no.
gambled. I stayed with Steve because A, I wanted to get audio, B, because I'm a dirtbag.
And the only reason
That's why I stayed.
and the only reason it took so long, it took 10 minutes to walk from where we were to the front door.
Right.
I wanted out of there.
Oh,
It
right
wasn't my
after
scene.
they were taking pictures with everybody and getting autographs.
Oh, they
and
might
saying,
mean
"Oh,
me.
I love you." And
I got a picture with Greg Maddox. Although, if I would love to have seen her there the day before because she would have been jello with Cal Ripken. Well, I probably would have matched your original tits before the surgeon got there. That's what you do for a living. That's why you're good with a microphone. It reminds you of a black cock in your face. Stupid.
Nobody respects porn stars. You know how much they spend on mouthwash in a month?
Dude, I love porn stars.
I love them if I have a rosin bag.
I love porn stars, and I respect the business. That's why I
Right.
did well when I hosted the AVN.
Hey.
But I'm very consistent with that.
99.9% of all normal males on Earth masturbate. Not at the same time, because it would knock the Earth off its axis. But if you get, like Bolivia up, New York down, you're cool. And I don't know what the 1% does, but I wouldn't leave town and let them watch my pet. So porn stars stimulate people to do a natural thing. Jerk off.
Dustin Diamond's title is in jeopardy.
To call, please hang up and try again.
All right, well, hang up.
Was that the Playboy
All
hotline?
All right. Hey, Sickaf, thanks so much for the audio.
Thank you, man.
No problem, man.
All right.
How do you not love the
My
My Five? If this was serious, we would have got that call in 3 months.
Cody the trucker, what's going on?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering why you don't just say, I don't care.
I don't care.
We don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah, we all know you just don't care.
The Playboy bitches. What? I don't care.
All right, punch it out.
I don't care. I don't care. My jokes don't go over. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. He doesn't care. I don't care. I don't care.
What, you're pulling me off the air? Then they did a stunt where they replaced us with Opie and Anthony while we were, like their best of show. And I go, why would I care? You can replace me with whoever you want. Yeah, I mean, I go, why would that even offend me? The only people you're going to offend is a bunch of church-going people who are upset about how they got pulled off the air. I said, this doesn't get to me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't even know why you're involved with me like this. They think I give a crap about Opie and Anthony or Man Cow or any of these guys. I don't care.
Put them all on.
And, you know, I just don't put them all on. I mean, I've seen what they can do. Fareed thinks he's going to put like Opie and Anthony on. I'm going to get all upset about it, and it's going to make me somehow twist in the wind. And I don't care.
I don't care if you like us. We don't like you. And guess what? I don't care. I don't care. Your son could die in a house fire. I wouldn't even care. Do you understand? Do you understand me? I don't care about anything to do with you. I don't care if you like me. I don't give a fuck if you like me.
Mom! I'm not the Lord. I have to do this now. Mom, please stop calling me.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
We have Chris Rush in the studio today helping us out.
Good to be here.
Hello? Hello? This thing on? Hello?
Oh, thank you, Ben. Ben liked that one. Thank you. Let's see.
I'm worried, dude.
Well, what's wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get on their bad side.
Oh,
Those two.
they're plucky.
Oh, those two are pips. Once they get on your...
Don't they understand? You don't want to mess with us. Even Howard doesn't mess with us.
I don't care.
You have no idea what you're getting yourself into, ladies.
They're scary. Julie and Tiffany do a heck of a show, and they're firecrackers.
And the sad part is, if you thought we were intimidated or had a problem with you, you were right there. You were 2 feet from me. You don't want to go down this road. You really don't. And I guarantee they won't. They'll puss out. They won't come on our show to discuss this. Yes, Chris?
The whole concept of the Playboy radio show is a little confusing to me. How do you hear a nipple or a clit? Because, you know, any kind of advice you're going to get is going to be like really lame advice. Like, yeah, you go in and out. In and out, that's right. And swallowing is optional. I mean, what kind of advice is this bullshit? Playboy is to look at and aim at. The only thing they could do to improve the magazine is Teflon treat the pages so they don't stick.
Dustin Diamond had a really good run, too, man. He had a great run. He had a great run. You gotta give him props for the run he had.
To him.
You speak the truth, Chris. You speak the truth.
Oh, man, I hope they don't find out what we said. We were just kidding, girls.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want them to start going off.
The wrath of those two.
Oh, when those
boy.
two go... Because you hear when she said that if Cal Ripken had been there the next day, she would have been like Jell-O. I'm like, man, you don't want that kind of wit coming after you.
No.
You want to stay out of her sights.
Yeah, we can't compete with that.
Oh, she's good.
We
They're
can't
intimidating.
We can't compete with wit like that.
I mean, a lingerie model and an over-the-hill porn actress. I mean, my God almighty, I can't picture two more frightening people to be across the microphones from.
Make a hell of a midget wrestling team.
There's just so many phonies in this business because they were right there.
Yep.
They were right there.
I was impressed that she was in what, I think it was the Della Miss Jones, actually. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
You were very nice. That is so aggravating when you're genuinely nice to someone and you like them and you speak highly of them off the air when they're not around, and then they like, well, you were scared of us. Oh,
and then they gotta get on and bash you for some reason.
Tom from Kentucky, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
What's up, Snookums?
Hi, Angel Face. How are you?
Oh, just lovely. The sad thing about it was last night, what y'all were trying to do was actually helping them. And there at the end, there was a guy that called in. He was like, oh, I heard y'all on O&A, and that's why I called in and got it. And now there's going to be like a complete invasion on them, so they're just totally screwed.
Yeah, let's see what kind of radio they can do now if they're brave enough to even throw our callers on the air. Even Howard's not brave enough to throw our callers on his show. So.
I don't care.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
It's going to be a complete riot. You guys suck. Bye.
All right.
I'll bet you in the meeting today, at least one of those dummies says, we have to batten down the hatches. You know, they're going to say something awful like that. Like
batten down the hatches.
Ready to do a little battle.
Well, the whole Playboy channel is failing miserably.
Of course it is.
It's bleeding money at this point, and, we were trying to do the right thing for the company and for our show because we knew we'd get some good radio out of it, and, well, good luck to you.
We thought they were fun. We thought they were good on the air with the show. We enjoyed them.
It was good. I liked them.
Not as much as looking at some part of their body, which is what the hell they do professionally.
Of course.
I don't give a shit about her uvula or how well she says vowels. It's can she crack a walnut with the cheeks of her ass. That's where it's at. Otherwise, I'm losing touch with reality. I've been up 24 hours. You're talking to me about pussy that makes noise on the fucking radio. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Have lost would have been better in that statement, but let's go to Paul in Texas. What's up, Paul?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting the way you guys were talking about the ratings. I don't know how long you guys have been on the air now, 3-4 months, and they've been with XM for who knows how long. You know, I subscribed to your show and their show at the same time, just kind of check them both out. And after 4 days, I had to shut them off, man. You know, I like the erotic stories and everything, but I don't know if you've ever heard 5 women in one small room giggling and cackling and crap about shopping and just...
Hate to say it, man. Women on the radio stink.
Can I tell you, the only time 5 women in a room are funny are when Richard Speck walks in.
Women on the radio, you know, they just stink. They've been trying to get a woman to do the radio show with Anthony and I for years. It'll never happen.
Stop it.
Never happen.
I want no bitch in here.
Yeah.
Then
Her
like,
stupid sensibilities.
Then they're like, well, can we just get a
gonna
woman to just, you know, cackle in the background for 4 hours? No, that ain't going to work either. Women on the radio stink.
Now, guys, they'd be here to, a woman would be here to keep us in check.
Even keel?
Even keel. Keep us in check. Make sure we don't get too outrageous.
We'd laugh at that guy with his pants being pulled down by the water as his penis, and she'd go, oh, well, at least he's all right.
At least he's safe and sound and with his family.
She'd ruin it with her dumb woman sensibilities.
Stop it. And then eventually they'll bring up sexual harassment charges because you said something stupid on the air.
That's what happens.
Exactly. Or she walked in and, we made a remark.
Let's see. Okay. We have the Playboy audio, a clean version, Anthony.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, that is actually the phone call that we took when they were on our show that they claimed was a setup.
Oh, okay.
They have...
All right, what do we got, Eric?
They have it in the delete. They have the actual Playboy show of them ragging us.
Let's hear the call that they say we set them up, which no one on this show sets people up like that. We don't do it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a call like, they suck, they're terrible. There wasn't some venom-filled call with some guy going, they give bad advice. Okay, address it. And they addressed it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the call.
I guess we can listen to a little bit of the call.
When they first came on?
Setup.
This is when they first came on with us in Las
sounded.
Vegas.
Dan from Wisconsin has a problem. Let's say hi to Dan. Dan, what's up?
Danny.
Dan, we got you?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, go ahead.
Julie and Tiffany aren't there yet, are they?
No, they're coming in a second.
Why are you going to bash them?
Because their show is lame. They offer lame advice, and I feel sorry for anyone who has to pay $4 a month for their show.
It's $2 a month.
$2 a month? No, it's $3.99 a month.
Oh, is it? Oh, so you don't like their show? I like their show.
When I've heard of it, I liked it.
Some of
Julie,
the
this
advice
guy...
is so lame.
So far, we're nothing but nice to him.
Yeah, real bashing. That's real horrible
I don't
stuff.
see anything nasty there. But I'll tell you, spending this much time on this doesn't give me a lot of hope for Israel and Palestine. Gaza is a little bit more
Kind of making a mountain out of a molehill. Is that what you're saying there?
Yeah.
Well, we have nothing else to go to today. That's the reason. And
well, they're going to have the guys.
Let me see that.
We're.
What's the rest of that? What's the rest of that audio? I definitely want to hear that because I know that.
Is that her, Anthony?
Yeah. Wow. I got more pictures of her.
All right. Well, here's
This chick doesn't stop bugging me for my number.
So far, there's nothing there really. We're nothing but cordial to them.
And if you listen to some of the guys who call in asking for help, they just pull whatever out of their butts,
They're pulling stuff out of their butts, and you don't like that?
You sound like a guy who's an expert. Maybe you should give advice.
Julie, this is a horrible way to meet, but this guy doesn't like your show.
See, I even acknowledge that it's a horrible way to meet because we didn't. I mean, there are times, Jim was actually lying. There are times, I'll set up people bad. Real bad. But in this case, we just took this call.
No, what I mean by setup is not that you wouldn't allow them to get punched in the face verbally, but it's not like a phony phone call setup like we have a guy calling in. That's when they said setup. I'm thinking they mean that we had a guy. Okay, call in and do that. No, we don't do that.
Oh, not at all. No. was just a listener with an honest opinion or whatever.
Whatever.
He's like, I don't like
He's like,
I don't think.
For the tsunami?
Sir, what's an example of advice that you think that was bad? Maybe the advice was good.
She's got a problem with butt hair. This guy calls in and he's talking about butt hair or whatever. She's like, shave it off, No girl deserves to go through that. But his girlfriend or something says that she actually likes it.
Don't shave it, just trim it.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you imagine
Wow.
shaving your a-hole?
No.
Prickly when it grows back?
Ooh.
Just
Ooh.
keep it trimmed. I mean,
Like
we're
you're
going to
holding
lick
a-
around there. We don't want pubes,
Like you're holding a
Hello.
pincushion between your
Right,
cheeks.
exactly.
Hey, we're all fun
Dude,
and
there's
nice.
something to be said for a smooth hiney, and I'm not just quoting the Michael Jackson article again.
Which we really got to get to in a few minutes here. All right, well, Dan, you don't like the show. There's plenty of people that are enjoying them.
You know what? That's why XM has over 100 stations.
Right.
Yeah,
There
but
you
there's
go.
only one that gives you a rod each time, and this one doesn't do that, so I don't think
This
you're
guy,
doing your
well,
job.
in this guy's defense, he sounds like a very exciting guy that probably needs a lot more.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it just seems like your advice is
Come on,
shut
I
up.
gotta go. Give me a break.
Well, what do you find exciting then?
I like the sexy stories.
All right, so so you
There
like
you
their
go.
show then? You like that segment of their show?
That's not part of their show, though.
That's pretty funny. I like the
Well,
sexy
oh well.
stories.
Well, they do a different type of show.
Not their show.
What do you want to do? Just whack your bag 24 hours a day on the station?
The guy didn't like ass hair advice, and he's
What?
freaking out about it.
I want to know what he would like us to talk about. Like, what's
Oh.
sexy to you?
Well, yeah.
Besides sexy stories, give us some of your key.
Well, it's kind of hard to be sexy on the radio, and sexy to me is like sexy stories. Give us some of your past stories of...
Why don't you give one, she's saying? Why don't you say something
Yeah.
that you think is sexy so they'll have an idea of what it is
what
that
do
you're
you
looking
find like?
for?
Yeah,
I
what do
like
you
to
find
hear what she's
sexy?
done with her boyfriends in the past.
How about you say something?
What do you like to do?
Go ahead, give the girls a sexy story,
Yeah.
sir.
A real one.
Well,
About
I'm
how
an
you like-
18-year-old boy, and a couple of years ago, I was with this girl, and her parents really didn't like me, so I would take her to the woods and do things with her, do oral favors. And
How many years younger than you is she?
3.
All right.
Are you wanking off right now?
No.
Sounds like it. He's out of breath. See, I think you're weird. Like,
Yeah,
you're
you-
actually
sounds like
jacking
I'm out
off
of breath.
to Opie and Anthony,
Connection just
and you
dropped.
don't like our
That's
show.
why he doesn't like us. He's
All right.
Let's
I think he's
that
gay.
way.
I want to hear his erotic story about last prom night. Well, I was home alone, whacking off with a...
All right,
Hey,
Dan, you don't
laugh
like the
about
show.
that. Come on. I know
Thank
you were doing
you,
it
Dan.
to me.
Believe me, I know I'm a zero. I just don't criticize hot chicks because I didn't give the advice I wanted them to give.
Aw.
In the woods with a girl, and I hit her in the head with a shovel
Right.
and buried the body in a shallow grave. Who's
then-
more exciting, Dan from Wisconsin or Super Agent Bob Eatman?
Oh, I think that is Super Agent
Yeah,
Bob
just
Eatman.
might be. I don't like your show. You need new representation.
He's mad because you wouldn't tell him how to dig easier in January when the ground is frozen.
All right, Dan, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye,
I
fella.
know.
There you go.
Well, that's a bad way to meet each other. I'm sorry,
Well,
girls.
it's okay.
You
We
know.
like we like
tool.
critique. We like to hear all. You know.
Absolutely.
Give it to us.
Liar.
Yeah, big.
Lying bitch.
Obviously, they didn't think it was okay because then they went on their show and thought we set them up.
All we did in that whole segment, and this is what makes me really irritated, is back them up, make fun of him. It's like if we were setting you up, do you really think that's the lame way we're going to go?
Yeah.
You dummies. God, that annoys me.
They didn't really give advice, like if you have a problem with premature ejaculation, rub it with a Turkish towel for a while. Stuff that works. I mean, I read in a book.
A Turkish towel?
What the hell's a Turkish towel? I'm
Yeah,
calling
a
you out on your.
terry cloth.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to sound, politically incorrect by saying a Turkish towel. But terry cloth, that's what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
All we did was side with them and make fun of the caller, and those assholes thought we were intimidated by them and said, God, does that make me want to vomit?
T-Bones from Boston has a Howie Care update. Howard just breathed a sigh of relief that he's still on in Rochester, but then he said he didn't care, but then he said he needed to have a meeting with someone, and then he didn't care again. Thank you, T-Bones, for that little update. That is
I love the I don't
fantastic,
care
man.
updates. The Howard I don't care
I don't
updates.
care.
What a
Then
douche.
He just didn't care. Fantastic.
All right, let's go to the phones and move on to something else. Kyle from Ohio. Kyle, what's up? Hey.
Playboy Radio last night was hilarious.
Why was
Those girls were sucking your cock on the radio last night. They had the idea that you should have Opie and Julie and Tiffany Anthony. But set you two up. One of them come out there, one of you go out there.
What, switch radio partners?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then they had
Get the wacky horn out for that one. That's
then they had
zingerific.
Then they had the great idea of both of them doing your show and you guys doing their show and just fool the listeners.
We kind of do their show and everyone else's show all at the same time. We touch on the sex thing. We do a very good job at it, and then we do other things. Then we do current events. Then we do a little Sean Hannity. Give you a little we do a little Playboy Radio. Then we give you a little Sean Hannity.
There you go.
Maybe a little CNN, right, Ope?
A little CNN.
Sure.
Well, then they had.
That's what makes us great. We could do anything.
A couple of callers got through before they started basically really sorting out callers.
Yeah.
Like one person said that Chester wanted to join in a menage a trois.
Oh, I heard that one.
Chester?
Oh, really? We're trying to get the audio. We should have it in a few minutes here. So
it's on Whackbag, actually. Somebody
that is funny.
Whackbag.com?
Yes.
Whackbag.com, one of our message boards, has some of the audio from last night's show.
I got to laugh at it.
They had one guy last night that called in, and they asked him, what are you calling in for? He said, I don't know. Someone called me to tell me you needed listeners, or you needed callers, so I called in.
Nice.
Where they're actually having people call in for them because they were scared all of the callers on the line.
Right.
Well, I know someone, let's just say Donkey Sausage chick I talked to online, and she's like, I'm on hold. Well, no, just, it was business, of course. And she said she was on hold. And
I was on hold for an hour.
That doesn't shut up.
He doesn't know.
All right.
Doesn't shut up.
Thanks, man.
Well, you see, I was going to him to start the Playboy conversation.
Well, that's good. That's real good that you were going there. What?
So I was...
yeah, and what I did was I listened last night.
Anyway, Anthony, so the...
Yeah, and then someone called, and they said donkey sausage, and we're talking about Chester the dog.
Well, I was on hold. I was talking...
And then another guy called up, as I just step on everything you say and interrupt you like a complete tool.
God, don't you understand how this show works?
She said that she was on hold for like 45 minutes, and then the guy got on the line with her and goes, look, you have to call back tomorrow. We're having a problem with some other show.
Oh, no.
Or something. Or some issue. But when I only heard a minute of Julie and Tiffany. And what I heard, they didn't sound like they were kissing anybody. They said something along, like, somebody had called it and said something. And she's like, and that's exactly the type of guy that calls that show. So that's all I really heard of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, Anthony, so let's set this up. What happened now with the Playboy girls?
Oh, my goodness.
We talked to them at CES, and we thought we got along with them. And the first caller, because we're thinking they're radio savvy, was a caller that just didn't like the sex advice they give. So we figured we'd have some fun with the guy. But they took it as... we were setting them up, and possibly it was one of our guys calling in, which it just wasn't. It was just like a ton of phones on the screen, and I just made a split-second decision. Let's just go to this guy to start this off. That's all that it was.
There you go.
A conversation starter, right?
Conversation starter. So then they took it the wrong way and, like, trashed us, and then their producer was all pissed off that we didn't acknowledge him or something.
Yeah, that's
I don't even remember meeting the producer of their show.
I don't know.
Because I guess, like, then the following day at the porn convention, we had to move locations.
Yeah.
We were at this real nice convention center, and then we went to the Venetian the next day, and Jaime was there, who's just a huge supporter of the Opie and Anthony Show, and there was another guy working with him that supposedly was some kind of Playboy producer or whatever. Yeah. And he was helping Jaime out that we met the day before. I don't know. We meet so many people.
And his big problem was that we didn't, he was like, yeah, I was standing right there as they were doing the show, and they didn't even, acknowledge me. Like, what?
We didn't talk to Jaime either. We just went, hey, man, and that was it.
Yeah, we were doing a show.
And quite honestly, I don't remember meeting you. Sorry. That's what it comes down to.
He looked busy. He was plugging stuff in.
If he would have walked up and said, hello, I'm the engineer, nobody would have done anything but been nice to him and said, oh, hey, man, nice to meet you. Nobody would have been rude. It was just you're kind of in that zone where you're trying to make sure, we're in an outdoor space here or a big room.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that this doesn't suck because we're on a right on the carpet where people are going to be walking by with a round table. We don't know. We're not used to doing this.
I think he was like the big dick out of this whole thing. Was him.
Yeah, I think
so. And I think the girls got into something because he started some crap. I don't know.
So we called in a assault last night. We do that from time to time. We have a huge O&A army, and they wait for marching orders. And we decided to attack last night, and I guess it got quite fun on their show last night. What are you looking at, Anthony?
I'm just looking at what's on the phones.
You want to go this way?
Sure.
All right. Doughboy.
What's going on, boys?
From whackbag.com. What's going on?
It's actually kind of funny how non-fans just don't get it, because that Chester call, there was somebody called up just goofing, obviously saying, Chester wants to join in the fun, and then Tiffany or Julie, whatever asswipe answered, was like, this is exactly the type of asswipe caller that calls into that show. And then they went into some rant about how they have rules and there's no bestiality. So they took it seriously. It was just totally fucking gay.
Do we have the audio? I heard that call.
Yeah, we're getting the audio. Steve should have it in here in a few seconds. All right, thank you, bro. Let's go to Oklahoma and say hi to Cliff. Wow, the O&A Army from all over the country helping us out on this one. Yes, Cliff.
What's happening, fellas?
Hey.
Hattie. Hey, I'm a new O&A Army member, by the way. But last night I was on hold several times, and the last time I was on hold for about an hour and a half.
Wow.
And I got put on hold as hoo-hoo because I was in a relationship that I just didn't care about. He goes,
nice.
He goes, what's your name? I said, hoo-hoo. He goes, what? I said, hoo-hoo. He goes, hoo-hoo? I said, yeah. He says, okay.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care. I just don't care. Yeah, by the way, guys, I was the one, I called in the other day as Dave when I nailed all three of you.
Oh, yeah, you did a good job with that.
Very good.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. You guys suck. Have a good one.
Thank you, mister. Bye, Angel.
That guy's hilarious. Dugout Doug from whackbag.com. What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen. How we doing?
Pretty good. How did it go last night?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was pure poetry in motion. We had an off-site, off-of-whackbag meeting place where we had the audio that happened to have been shared so everybody could listen along.
Wow.
They got 2 phone calls into the show, which is all phone calls anyway. They dumped every call and never took another call from someone they didn't know again.
Wow.
You know what's funny about the O&A Army? And, I mean, these guys have such a thing set up. Now they got, other websites and other areas to go.
They got, a meeting place, a staging area. Right. And then they got a monitoring area that they can then go and listen in on the audio.
Honestly, this is stuff we don't even know how to get to these places. All of a sudden, we call in a strike and they'll go, all right, no more posts on the message board. You guys know where to go. Wink, wink. We'll see you there.
That's it.
This show has gone so underground, it's not even funny.
It's great.
Good morning, my little motherless semi-abortion.
Hello, cancer bosoms.
They were definitely sucking your guys' cocks last night for the first 5 minutes of that show.
As well as they should.
They did nothing but kiss up, and then we were just relentless.
Dude, we said it yesterday. Even Howard doesn't want to get into a battle with us. Trust me.
I don't care.
The Playboy girls do not want to, get into a battle with us.
But we want
especially for no reason. When we like them, and it's like we don't want to start a fight with them.
We pretty much kissed their ass during the interview. We liked them. We thought they had some radio chops. They were pretty good.
Go.
They were pretty good. Thanks, bro.
You guys actually have the audio clips?
Yeah, Steve just handed them to me. So
Steve there in his flaming Superman shirt is
wow.
working on them.
Look at that, Steve. Where'd you pick that one up?
It's an S, but let me just it's an S like the Superman symbol in flames.
Eric gave it to me.
Martini Steve. Martini Steve.
Yes, Steve?
Eric gave it to me for Christmas.
That was a Christmas present.
It was.
Very nice.
And another fan sent me this hat for Christmas
yeah,
as well.
It's a flaming hat with a
martini
glass in the middle of it.
In the middle and flames shooting off the side.
Exactly.
It's a pretty cool hat.
Wow, that is nice.
He's really enjoying this flame thing, man.
I really am. I'm getting a kick out of it.
You love it, though, right? That's what you wear.
Yeah, this is why I'd wear this even if you guys ignored it. I'd wear this shit.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
No,
we got to get you a flaming tuxedo.
How great would that be? I love that.
It's a flaming cummerbund.
Tuxedo with flames shooting off of it. Nice.
That'd be fun.
I noticed you don't really have any
on fire.
I noticed you really don't have any flaming tattoos, though.
I was thinking about getting a...
Well, now you're going to have to get a flame on your body, right?
Well, the only space I really have on my arms left is from the elbow down. You really have to be committed, to get...
Forearms,
To get the forearms. If you're committing yourself to a lifestyle and to limited career options when you do the whole sleeve.
Yeah. A lifestyle of being a bear.
Yeah.
Oh. You're so cozy. What kind of face did he say you had? I wish I could remember that.
I can't remember from yesterday, right?
Friendly or
Kind,
friendly,
or
I don't know.
loving, warm, comforting.
All apropos.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, thank you,
How
Jimmy.
cozy of you.
Let's go to Larry the trucker.
See him by a fire.
Larry.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I called into the Playboy channel last night. I spoke with Julie and Tiffany.
Yeah.
And I guess one of their PDs, I asked him what his name was. He said he just referred to himself as their PD. So I guess he was one of their program directors, and they had nothing but good things to say about you guys.
All right, very good.
Constantly talked about how they loved you guys, can't wait to do a show with you guys, and all this and that. So I don't know what the deal is with them girls.
Huh. All right, I think we might have. I don't know. I think we're all right with them now, right?
Yeah, I just want to know why they were bashing us to begin with.
Boston Strangler, what's up?
Hey, morning, boys. Morning, sweet tits.
Good morning, flower bag.
Well, anyway, I was the second caller that made it through to Julie and Tiffany last night. I was Bernie from Brooklyn.
Oh, nice.
And basically, I tried to string them along as quickly as I could without giving up too much information, knowing how, these type of things worked. But they took it, hook, line, and sinker. But
Really?
I really don't have anything else to add this morning. I just wanted to call in and let you know the Army struck, and we did really well.
You certainly did. Thank you. Let's one more. Eric's
Thanks,
from
buddy.
Colorado. Eric?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Wow, Eric, how's Dylan?
I have no idea.
All right.
Hey, I've been on their show. About a year ago, I was out visiting some friends in L.A., and I spent about an hour in studio watching their show. And, I mean, they do that show live, but I will say this. They've got one of their producers in the background that is just the biggest asshole and the biggest prick in the world. And I think that's where the majority of this came from, was this guy started it.
I'd love to know and get him on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where it came from. Hey, speaking of Howard, real quick, Howard doesn't care so much that's why he went on a tangent when he got kicked off the air in Colorado after Columbine. And the station that he was on out here, their ratings went up after he went off the air.
Well, yeah, Howard doesn't do as well as he claims he does in a lot of cities. So,
yeah.
All right, thank you, Eric.
Later.
Bye.
George from Philly saying Steve had a sweet face.
Sweet face, yes.
Sweet
face. You do have a sweet face.
Why?
Sweet face.
Big cherub you. Big
Awful.
John Panette face you have.
No, it's not that bad.
It is. I want to
Panette
shave
is a
it.
Fucking coconut. He's huge.
No, just your face. I want to shave your facial hair and put warm oil all over your face, and then slap you until you're hospitalized.
Jesus.
All right. Steve has handed in the audio, Anthony. So
Okay.
This is from last night, Playboy Radio. This first clip, they apologize without really apologizing. Talk about O&A coming to L.A. and night calls to New York City and maybe even split the talent up. Opie and Julie and Tiffany and Anthony.
No wonder they drag O&A behind trucks. Waddle doodle. I apologize. Bone dry, bone dry.
I was slinging lead.
Slinging lead.
That's my favorite.
We'll be back with more of the Greaseman Show after I say Negro. Oh, sorry. I apologize.
See, I'm Gallagher, too. My impression is not as good.
Gallagher, too.
Anthony's Gallagher, and I'm Gallagher, too.
It's my job to
Here's
smash
my
the
Greaseman.
watermelon.
Slinging lead. See, it's almost there, but it's like but it's not.
No, because the voice is off. You have the right
I understand
cadence.
that.
The Greaseman Show.
The Greaseman Show.
Waddle doodle.
Waddle doodle. Bone dry. All right.
Snarlins.
Wow.
Actually, the only one I could do is slinging lead. I do that with a lot of his voices. I want to do voices so bad, so I'll mimic Anthony doing voices. All right, so here's the first clip of them
I
apologizing.
was going to ask. Wait, I had a question.
Yeah.
Wait. But if you guys do that switch, if one of you goes to L.A. and one of you stays in New York, where am I going to go? Like, are you guys going to fight over me?
Get the hint.
No, Opie. There's only 2 of them. That's all.
Get the hint. You're really not that
Whoever
important.
didn't get the sound clip gets you.
Huh?
Whoever doesn't get the mini-me sound clip will get you.
Oh, I like
as a
that.
consolation.
Well,
I
you
don't
already
like the
got
fight.
the mini-me sound clip.
I mean, if we split up.
And why haven't you played the mini-me sound clip yet?
He's using it sparingly.
I use it sparingly. I'm not a drill it into the ground kind of guy. I could just play that for the sake of playing it, but I'd rather play it if there's a situation that comes up.
People want to hear the mini-me sound clip.
I know.
today.
That's what it is. You
They're
got to
patiently
hold
waiting
it back
for it.
Got to hold back a little bit.
Make 'em
Still
wait.
early. I know exactly when to hit these things.
And I was so obsessed with you getting the mini-me sound clip yesterday that
Yeah.
I found one that I think is better than your mini-me sound
There's
clip.
no way it's better than
Oh,
the
yeah, I
mini-me
think it's
sound
better.
clip.
Oh, yeah, I
don't
do.
think so.
I have a lot of confidence in the one I found.
I'm kind of hitting on this one for the early morning, though.
You will be molested.
I love that one. That's one of my new favorites. It's Dr. Zachary Smith from Lost in Space saying that.
You will be molested.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I answer that with this.
God damn it, are you fucking with me?
Oh dear! Oh dear!
This is one of my favorite Dr. Smith ones. This is actually Dr. Smith. And, dude, this is from an episode of Lost in Space. No joke here.
All right.
Listen to this.
Oh, yes.
You will be molested.
It is. It's Dr. Smith.
Okay, terrific.
Exactly.
You don't have the okay terrific. I have it.
Bubble-headed booby.
And you got me, too. He's got the mini-me clip.
Right.
And you have me.
I don't want you.
You do.
No, I don't want you.
You do.
Very fair trade.
Now look what I do.
I can't breathe. Stop.
What
is
love
that?
one. Oh, dude. That is the funniest piece
You've
of video
never seen
I've
that
ever
video?
seen.
That
It's
was
from Fox News.
Honestly, that could be, we were off the air for about 2 years. That could be the funniest thing since we were off the air.
The video clip is hysterical. It's the typical Fox News morning show doing some dopey segment on wine making. So they got one of their reporters in one of those big wooden barrels with the grapes, stomping them with her feet, and they're up on a platform. And then another woman, I guess, that works at this winery, is next to her in her own little wooden bucket.
Showing how it's done.
And they're stomping on the grapes and talking, their little stupid banter.
They even look funny just stomping.
Yeah, they're just stomping.
And talking. It's just one of those hokey news segments that they have to do.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I guess the newswoman was maybe attempting to start to get out of the barrel and loses her balance, falls out of it, falls completely off the platform, which is up about 6 feet. It's pretty high up. Right on her face and her neck and chest. Just wham! Flat down.
And it's live on TV. She lost her wind, obviously.
Knocked the wind right out of her. And these are the sounds she made right when she hit the ground. And the anchors, or the people that are back in the studio, it turned into what looked like an SNL bit with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, listen what they have to say afterwards. I got the
Can I hear her clip again? I didn't.
Yeah,
know
no, I
that.
got the whole thing with the long form where they go back in the studio and the anchor's commenting on what they just saw live.
I can't breathe. Stop. Oh, no. Oh,
boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No, I
there.
think she is.
Yeah, she's
Ouch.
hurt. She took a hard fall off there.
Okay.
Boy, gosh, I hope she's okay.
Okay. We're going to make sure she is.
We'll try and
That's
check
it.
on her and get back
All
to you
right.
as soon as we can.
We'll be back right after this.
That's like the old SNL bit.
Oh, dear. Oh, ouch. Ooh,
With
she
Serial
looked
Terry
hurt.
and Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Ferrell.
Oh,
yeah, Ferrell.
dear. She goes, oh, dear. Oh, that is what a great sound to come out of a human.
Hilarious.
The best part of the clip, if you get, it's faint in the background, but it's that.
Yeah, the music is still playing. Oh, there she is. She can't breathe, feeling like the Grim Reaper's tapping her shoulder. And there's.
Yeah, one more time. Listen in the background.
I can't breathe. Stop.
Do we have video of that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see it. I've
you
never
got to
seen
see
that.
it.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, Steve had the video clip on foundrymusic.com. And
He is so sweet.
And we'll,
Sweet face.
we'll put it back up on opieandanthony.com, yes. So
Of course his face is sweet. He's a big bear, and he's been getting honey out of a tree trunk and eating it, so
No wonder.
his face is just covered with honey.
He never seems to flinch when there are bees around, and now I know why.
No, he's used to it. Big bear.
You know what? We should take a quick break, and then we'll get to the Playboy audio.
All righty.
It's not really a tease. We don't have to tease anymore on satellite radio, but I have to take a leak, and it's going to take at least another 10 or 15 minutes to get through this.
All righty.
The girls apologizing, and then a couple of our callers getting through to mess with them a bit. It's pretty funny stuff.
Okie doke.
We'll continue in a minute.
Just a kiss on the lips and I was on my knees. I waited, give me
I can't breathe. Stop.
Okay, terrific.
All right, let's get to these Playboy clips, Anthony.
By the way, during the break, me and Jimmy went into the office and looked at the clip of the newswoman falling on her face. Oh, you nailed him so bad. Falling on her face. So funny.
Oh, sorry.
Opie just threw a piece of paper right at Jimmy's head.
Sorry, dude.
I think he was going for the garbage, were you?
I truly was,
Dude,
but
that was so off. And he hit it.
What?
Said he was going for the garbage, and he goes, and he hit it.
That's funny. As soon as I release, I'm like, you hear me go, oh, sorry about that, man.
When she falls on her big fat face.
That was beautiful. They're stomping. What happens is they stomp in the thing. It's like all good-natured. And then, all right, stop, time's up. And then just to be silly because they're on TV, they both stomp a little extra.
Stomp a little extra, trying to get the extra edge in because they're doing a who can make the most grape juice out of the grapes bit.
Yeah.
So they stop at the end of the timer. And then, they try to do a quick little step, get a few extra drops in.
Get a few laughs from the home viewers.
Sure.
And Steve just poked his head in, and he just put it back up on foundrymusic.com and opieandanthony.com. Oh, it was up there.
Sweet head that poked in?
Yeah.
Sweet face he has.
It was up there the whole time, but he made it very easy to access.
Good.
So you could check that out for yourself. We don't have to explain the Playboy thing anymore, right?
No.
If you're just tuning in, listen to the replay, because that was the setup, and then,
Right.
then we went off on a tangent, then commercial. So basically the girls from Playboy Radio talked about us to begin their show yesterday, and they made it very obvious they do not want to get into a battle with you and I, Ant.
No.
So here's some audio.
You know, we've been working here on XM for so long, and we know Opie and Anthony, but we've never got a chance to work with them before.
Yes.
Getting to be on their show and hang out with them, and they were so nice and gracious to us. It was just great to get to know them and to talk about maybe working with them again.
They were cool.
It
was fun. I liked how. What freaks me out is everyone.
Funny guys.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, everyone kept saying, "How did they treat you?" or "Are you nervous?" And I mean, to be honest, I've never even heard their show, but I wasn't afraid at all, and I thought they were cool.
They were very nice.
It's like when we do Man Cow, everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's so."
You know, when I was on Howard, everybody's like, "Oh, watch out, he's gonna get you." You know what? They've always been nice to us. They were both very funny and quick, and
it's called your job. When you're like those kind of jockeys, that doesn't mean honestly that's how you
not
are.
who you are. Exactly.
It's kind of like me on Playboy TV and radio.
Yeah, and we're thinking about maybe
home.
We want to have them on our show and work with them in a couple ways.
They said they were going to come down and hang with us.
Yeah,
in Porn Valley.
I didn't know Gelman was.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I would love to see their show in LA. I think that they have a bum rap being in a city that doesn't have the access to the stars that we do.
New York City?
You know, I mean, we have an advantage living here and having the girls come in every day.
Should we trade
They have
places for a week?
I don't think I can do New York for a week, Tiffany. I've been banned.
I'll just, you know what? You're just going to stay in your room the whole time.
I'll put up a cot at the studio, and I'll just stay in studio for the entire week.
Hey, I thought of an idea. Wouldn't it be funny if for a week, seriously, you turned on Playboy Radio and you got Opie and Anthony, and you turned on Opie and Anthony and you got Tiffany and Julie?
Well, what if you just mix and match? Opie and Julie and Tiffany and Anthony.
That's interesting. It should be Opie and Tiffany because we're both redheads.
Fine.
It could be the Firebush show.
That's terrific.
Or something like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Fire.
I guess he wouldn't be a bush. He'd be a fire stick.
You know, can we go straight to Greg? He needs specific. He needs tips for the bedroom.
Oh my God! Leave the humor to us, and we'll leave the dildo talk to you guys. That's not funny. It's not a good idea. It's stupid.
Oh, New York. She feels bad for. She's talking about New York City like it's Kansas.
Right.
Well, you know, New York. They don't have access to the stars or anything. No, because no one ever comes through New York City.
Maybe she's just seen our guest list.
Yeah, maybe. That's true. I'm not saying we can get them on the show, but we'd be in the same boat in L.A. We still wouldn't get anybody.
Yeah, who do we have on the show today? A grown-up Urkel? I mean, get us some guests, will you? Jesus.
Who do we have? I don't even know.
Al Franken.
Yeah.
Al Franken's coming in?
A
Or
legitimate guest. He's calling in, I think.
a legitimate guest?
Yeah, he's a big guest, man. Al Franken, yeah.
Al Franken? Really?
Yeah. And Joe Rogan.
Why is he big? Joe Rogan is great.
Al Franken was on, first of all, SNL for almost the entire, 30 years, whatever. He's been
I
around
saw
for
Joe
years.
Rogan at the Comedy Store when we were on hiatus. That guy is
Hiatus.
freaking. He does some really good stuff on that
Joe's an
stage,
animal.
man.
An animal.
He's great. The Fear Factor thing is kind of goofy with him hanging out with bartenders and stuff, but I mean his comedy is really, really good and really, really smart. Really smart.
I never saw his stand-up.
It's really good.
I haven't seen him do stand-up in 10 years, to be honest with you.
Really?
And a huge supporter of our show, by the way.
Yeah, he's great.
Huge. I can't wait to talk to him. I didn't know he was coming in today.
He's not. He's calling in.
Oh, calling in?
Calling?
Is he coming in or calling in?
Calling in?
Eric, let's get Ben in here.
All right, so that's
Ben would know.
That's
Yes,
how the
he
girls
would.
started their show last night or yesterday, whenever they do their show.
Uh-huh.
They backed down tremendously, which is a very smart move on their part.
And justified. We didn't do anything to him.
And you know what? I have to say this because we're pretty honest in this show. Just listening to that producer, ugh. Sounds like a Gelman wannabe, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, it was like, I could see...
It's not about you, stupid. Shut up and let the girls talk with their sexy voices. Shut up.
Why didn't he just call Ben or Steve and go, look, if there's a problem with this show, why didn't he just call and go, hey, what's going on? We thought you had a good time together.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? And then it all would have been squashed before it ever hit the air.
I still have a bad taste in my mouth for that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, I don't either.
No. The guy there, he was spouting all kinds of crap about, for some reason, us not acknowledging him at the porn convention.
And the $60,000 a year that I spent on hookers, allegedly, I could do good with.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Send it to some tsunami charity
Yeah.
so it winds up in Al Qaeda's hands? Because apparently that's what's going on.
There you go.
I put it back
Do
into
that.
the community. It goes right back into the community.
Yes,
Here's
it
my
does.
hard-earned dollars. Here you are, Miss / Mr. Sometimes if there's a mistake made.
Here you go.
All right, so then
look at me with that sweet face and accept my money.
Look at this white creep. Look at that face.
Michael Jackson.
I hope he kills himself in jail. Look at him.
If he goes to jail, no one
Look
has
at
to worry
him.
about
He
him
is
anymore.
a disgrace.
He could not survive in prison.
Nah, they'd love him. They'd think he was railroaded. They'd all want to hang out with him. Ugh.
Oh, by the way, let me go to the phone really fast here.
All right, Ope.
And then we'll go to the next Playboy clip. But Paul, yes, Paul, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to tell Norton, that guy Al Franken is such a left-wing liberal cocksucker.
Is he really left-wing?
Extremely. But he's funny, Ollie. What a
Like,
dummy.
I wouldn't know that, like, anyone doesn't know that.
Yeah, but dude, at least I'll say this about Al Franken. He's really funny. I mean, I don't care if he's liberal, as long as the guy is funny. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but, I just wish he stayed out of politics. These assholes get to politics, and they all take the same route.
Well, yeah. I mean, most political comics, most political comics are liberal, more so than you don't see many conservatives. I mean, you know, Nick DiPaolo and Leary. I mean, I'm sorry, Dennis Miller. But as long as you're funny, I don't care what your politics are.
All right, fair enough, man.
Bye, sweetie.
All right. He wanted to know all sorts of questions about us before he would come on our show, by the way.
Yeah, he was asking about our politics and what we,
Well, that might have just been the agent, though. Sometimes the agents or the publicists overprotect them, and they don't ask for it. Yeah.
And Air America is just bombing in New York City, by the way.
Is it?
I thought they were doing well.
Completely bombing.
I know it.
Well, good thing it's only New York City and not, someplace big.
It's not like this is a Republican state or anything. It's so democratic, it's ridiculous. You would think Air America would do really well in New York City. But anyway, so here's one of our Army members getting into the show. This is just silly fun, I guess. Yeah. Let's take a listen. This was on Playboy Radio last night. Night calls.
Can we go straight to Greg? He needs He needs tips for the bedroom.
We have callers already, and you're the man.
There's the first inside reference, Greg, meaning
Greg.
Opie. So it's going to be something about me, obviously.
And here. Hey, Greg.
Hey, girls. What's going on?
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, actually. I've come across a problem in the bedroom. And unfortunately, my girlfriend has fallen out of the loop of being sexual with me, and I'm trying to spice it up.
Okay.
And I'd like to know some ideas, because I heard your show yesterday, and you were making fun of Anthony.
Oh, they dumped out of our names there.
They dump out of that?
Okay. So, I guess that was one of those calls that we're not going to take. What?
Oh, you hear the producer?
He's just disgusted.
Because they're getting pounded, so, it sounded like a legitimate phone call, and then he mentioned that they had a problem with Opie and Anthony, but that was dumped out, and you hear part of Anthony.
That's funny. I want to hear him go, ugh.
And then you hear the guy I could honestly say we'll never like.
Yeah.
Pipe it in again.
Yesterday, and you were making fun of Anthony.
Oh. So, I guess that was one of those calls that we're not going to take. Why don't we go to
That's terrific.
That's terrific.
I get it. He's just disgusted.
Just complete exasperation.
Oh, I gotta hear that again. Oh, my stars.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, boy.
Oh. So, I guess that was one of those calls that we're not going to take. Why don't we go to Bernie?
Oh, that is great. Oh, that's fantastic. Terrific.
You could tell
that's terrific.
You could tell that guy's just an ass.
Yeah.
You could just tell.
Oh, yeah.
So then the next call, we'll hear that part again, and then we'll let it roll. Then I guess they go into Bernie, as in Bernie Getz.
Oh. So, I guess that was one of those calls that we're not going to take. Why don't we go to Bernie really quick? I like the way that they try to disguise their bullshit with a question.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Bernie.
I've been a big fan of you guys for a long time, Julie and Tiffany. Great show.
Thanks.
Well, anyway, I have a question. I was wondering if you can answer my question. It basically has to do with my girlfriend and the menage a trois, and I'm trying to get her interested.
Okay. And
the question is that I like to have my little friend Chester join us, but I'm not sure if she likes little doggies, and I don't think that she likes...
You're a fucking sicko, Bernie. Shame on you. See, this is what I like, is that all of a sudden, these are the kind of callers that do call that show. And, no, we don't like little doggies.
Little Chester. Oh, that is good.
That's
you
terrific.
Assholes. Pests. Again, our listeners are pests.
Just pestering the other show. I heard that online last night. I really got a nice chuckle out of it.
Oh, that is funny.
See, that's what I mean by inside jokes. There's a lot of new listeners just tuning in XM today, and they're not in on that gag, unfortunately.
You mean Chester, the dog you kicked?
What? At this point, they don't go back to the phones for an hour, Anthony. They continue to talk with their in-studio guest, plugging a sex book. And then, what is this, a Playboy regular?
Yeah.
All right, then I don't even know what we're about to listen to. Let's take a peek.
Wait, Rusty's got a question for Brad. I want to get you a question. Hey, Rusty.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you, baby doll?
Well, I got a message from Ace saying, you need callers, so here I am. Imagine that.
Thanks, baby. Right on.
Yeah, all right. I get what they put together for us. What happened was because our guys were getting through like crazy and they were screening the calls.
Yeah.
They didn't take any phone calls for a long time, and that's what the whole show's about. So then this is a regular that called and going, "Hey, I'm here. You know, I know you need calls."
Oh, there you go.
And then the show was, and then I guess they just got like show regulars on the phone to complete their show.
They took maybe a few more phone calls, and then it was the next 2 hours just banter between them until they went off the air.
I noticed there was a lot of talk with the guest, which you're going to talk to the guest, but I noticed there was a lot more than a normal call-in show, I think.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well,
that would have been funny if a lot more of our listeners could have gotten through.
Yeah. Well,
it was still funny.
Because I'm sure I would have liked to have heard from little Connor Peterson.
Oh, yeah, Connor.
You know, Connor would
Scott
have called.
from Modesto.
Scott.
Jimmy Robinson would have been nice.
Yeah, maybe.
Scott from Modesto with a little motorboat question.
Maybe somebody in his, Helen, who knows, all that stuff.
Helen and Jimmy Robinson could have called it. Ah.
That would have been some really good laughs.
Yeah.
That would have been some funny stuff.
All right, well,
Gene could have called and talked about his fetish of throwing a young boy down the stairs and then coddling him. And then not taking pictures with him.
Someone posted that on the message board. First he throws him down the steps and then he won't take a picture with him.
All right, well, good job by the UNA Army.
Yes.
Bravo.
Very good.
They have backed way down as well as they should. And I think we could all be friends again.
Yeah.
Right?
Except for the guy in there.
Yeah.
The girl's fine. They're chicks. What are you going to do?
And they're really hot.
Yeah.
They are hot.
They're very hot.
But the guy there, he just sounds like an ass.
He sounds like a dork.
No part of him.
So
they didn't like me very much, I don't think.
So we're going to call off the Army at this point, Anthony? It's over?
Yeah, for
it's
now.
It's over and done. It was a nice, quick little attack.
For now.
Just to show who's boss.
Mm-hmm.
So we're done with that.
We do now.
The only place that the Army is still called will be this weekend in Chicago at Vernon Hills Zanies.
Oh.
Yes.
Ugh, you're playing it at Zanies?
It's a good club, actually, in Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean Zany.
Well, no, it's Zanies as opposed to
You're going to be Zany in
Chicago?
Yeah. Zany is
I walk on music.
That's more wacky than wacky.
Proving that comedy club owners just don't have a funny bone.
Nah, that's another comedy club chain, the Funny Bone.
I know.
Yeah.
Hit me right in it.
All right. Ben's in the studio.
I'll say he is.
Jerky, crazy hair dick producer of the show. Because it's best to know the rest. Dude, it's insane. Tom Brady was going to blow. There's a feeling deep inside bad sushi made him sick. Just call him old gravy leg, that fucking crazy hair dick. As the gossip starts to flow. His mule's so big and round. Acting like a maniac. Ben Sparks. Ben Sparks.
Wow. You can just picture him, herky and jerky.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I meant to play this one. I like this one.
The
a lot
rap one,
better.
right?
It's Ben.
Steve, the Bear Steve singing?
Hurricane Ben.
Yeah. That's the one I meant to play. Sorry.
It's Ben.
What about the rap song's really good?
I don't have that on my little machine.
Why, Opie?
I don't know. Maybe Eric will put it on later today. So, what did Al Franken's people say?
Oh, they wanted to know what your political views were. So Anthony told me to write bedwetting liberals.
Yeah. I said just say we're bedwetting liberals.
So there you
That's
go.
it. They think we'll be one big happy family.
But why does that matter, man? It's like
I think it's
maybe
more
it's
the
not
I
coming
think
from
it's
him.
I think it's more the agent, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It seems like Jim said on the air a few minutes ago, I think it's more his people.
So then if we said we were like hardcore conservative, they wouldn't book them?
I don't know. I mean,
Or they'd give them a warning and say, watch it, this is going to be confrontational?
Well, if you're a guy like Al Franken, where you kind of, if you just sandbag a guy for his political views, but a guy like Franken makes his living being, look, these are my political views. That's part of who he is.
Yeah.
Publicly. If if a rock star calls in and you attack him, that's different.
Yeah.
But these guys got to be prepared for this stuff. Conservatives deal with it all the time. Sean Hannity always gets liberals on his show. He always wants to go after liberals. And it's like the left doesn't seem to want to do that.
No. Well.
What is this?
All right, what's the problem?
Oh, boy.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
The Emperor is not happy with his coffee.
Oh, no. Are we going to have to break into...
Jim Norton. Coffee Diva.
Look at that cup. What brand is on that cup?
I don't know.
It doesn't taste good. I don't like it.
Where do we get our coffee every day?
I like Starbucks.
I like Starbucks.
And I don't like supporting the savages that run most of these delis.
You're insane.
Yup.
You betcha. You might be right.
Yeah.
What is this?
You want to taste this?
Wow, that's really nice. Throw it against the wall.
I'm not that.
Diva.
I'm a diva.
I want Starbucks coffee.
You betcha.
Jim Norton. Coffee Diva.
Coffee diva.
I know Starbucks is a big world order type of thing.
At least they're not funding terrorism.
I was walking down the street, and some construction guy was shouting at me, "Hey, show me your cans!" So I did. And he plummeted 17 floors and was impaled on a forklift. But my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the O&A virus.